BrooklynHits.com, music that makes you feel good. Garrett Lawson here for another Community Spotlight where we highlight a local business or nonprofit in the Brooklyn community. Today I'm joined by Lara Thompson Ducey from the Buran Theater Company. How are you doing, Lara?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So you're in town from LA.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the Buran Theater Company. It's a kind of an unusual theater company with members spread throughout the country.
Right, most definitely. We have, I guess, what you could call a satellite system is what we refer to it as. And we've got members who are all over the country, all over the world in some instances.
Oh, wow.
One of our co-founders is in Lithuania part-time. So, so we've got pockets of people in LA, in Albuquerque. Judd is in Minnesota, Kansas City, Lawrence. I mean, we're all over the place, which is exciting. We've even made friends now in New Orleans from traveling through there.
Great. Great. So what brings you to snowy New York from sunshiny LA?
Well, I'm super excited to be doing one of our benefit performances of the House of Fitzcarraldo. It's a mouthful. I can't wait to see everyone and just put this show up. It's kind of one of our old standbys, and we're retiring it for this benefit performance. So it'll be nice to get the old gang together and throw it back up over the mountain one more time.
All right. So this show was a big hit back in 2010, if I'm correct.
I think that's the right year. They're all running together, but yeah, I'll take your word on 2010.
2010. Well, I know that Backstage called it bold and inspiring, and it had rave reviews enough that you toured it around the U.S.
Yes.
And now you're bringing it back for this benefit performance. Tell us a little bit about the story and what people can expect from this night of theater.
Right. Well, it follows, I guess you could say, the story of Werner Herzog and Klaus Kinski when they made the movie, The House of Fitzcarraldo. And essentially, there's a documentary that corresponds with that movie called Burden of Dreams. And it's basically Herzog's mission to take this boat and pull it up over a mountain, which is really idiotic in a lot of ways, considering when you're making a movie, we all know that there are a bazillion tricks to make something appear one way when you're really, not doing it at all. Mm-hmm. But it was his kind of cake dream to make that happen. And it kind of turned into a story about dreams and determination, but not so lovey-dovey as all that, because what do you sacrifice in order for those things to actually happen, and who do you sacrifice, and is one person's dream worth, involving that many people to make it happen, and a million other things in between, because we kind of have a crazy, raucous, silly way of making theater. So it's about, that was kind of the germ that started this particular play. But
yeah, you all have a kind of a unique way of making theater, kind of unorthodox. You don't, if I understand the process correctly, you don't start with a literal script. It's more of a collaborative effort, and Adam draws from the actors' lives. Tell us a little bit about how you guys work together as an ensemble in your creative process.
Right, it's definitely collaborative, and this was one of the first shows that was put together based upon one of those kind of intense weekends together. Actually, it's a little longer than that, but right. So Adam everyone gets in a room and talks about their thoughts on again, a germ of an idea, and then those thoughts get kind of pulled and pushed and created, and Adam eventually does form a script, or a blueprint for how it's all going to go. But it's very inclusive. Everyone gets to put their 2 cents in and ideas, and what gets regurgitated from those retreats is then what this show became. And this, like I said, was kind of the first time that was really explored and I'm having trouble with words. It was the first time that kind of collaborative process was taken to its furthest use.
And how did that feel as an actor?
I unfortunately wasn't a part of that particular retreat, but I have been a part of other kind of meetings and processes like that, and with Adam and Judd, of course, and it's awesome. You know, you feel so much more connected to the work because it's not like, okay, here's your script, here's your lines, bleh.
Right.
There's an actual conversation and thought process, and you feel more involved, and everyone's ideas are considered, which I'm sure as many people have experienced in other artistic endeavors doesn't always happen.
So you're currently based in LA, but you still work with this theater company. What is it about the company that keeps bringing you back? Again, it's freezing today,
right.
And it's snowy, and I wish I was in LA.
Right. You know, it has, even if it was in, you know, New York's exciting and bustling and a fun place to be regardless, but even if it was in, you know, Podunk, North Dakota, I'd find my way there in the freezing cold just because we have so much fun. We genuinely appreciate each other and what they bring to the table, and it's just a group that wants to share everything that we do, whether it's you know, a poignant, thoughtful moment, or something so ridiculous and silly and bizarre that it doesn't you know, seemingly make sense in the moment. We want to bring an audience in that shares in the joy of what live theater is. So, like I said, I do it anywhere. It doesn't matter.
So, the House of Fitzcarraldo will be showing at the Brick Theater here in Brooklyn. There is a pre-show dinner at 6 o'clock with the show starting at 7:30. Tickets start as low as $35, and the proceeds from this show's production will be going towards their newest production, Mammoth, A Distinction Love Story, which will be opening later on this spring. Laura, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. I hope everyone has an opportunity to, if they can, at least experience Buran on Sunday at some point. You know, keep us on your radar so you can find the next story. Like you said, Mammoth, the De-Extinction, a love story will be our next next go.
Buran Theater's The House of Fitzcarraldo at the Brick Theater this Sunday.